Hello, hello everybody, Mr. Moo, here in the cockpit, here in Elite Dangerous, here in Narvert, with XT977, the Clean Slate project continues. Good Wednesday afternoon, morning, evening, whatever, to wherever you are. Hope you're having a good day. Catching up on the last stream in the middle of chemistry stories. Yeah, I should really pull up some of those because, oh my god, those are... You know, like I said, anything that can burn through a foot of concrete and then a meter of soil beneath that, or a yard. You know, let's not go mixing up our imperial and metric here. We aren't savages. Hoping everybody is having a good day. Hoping everybody had a good day. Foof, yes. Dioxygen difluoride. So, a few changes here. I've decided to keep the comms window up and constantly displaying text because when I export these to YouTube, I'd like the viewers to know, what I'm talking to, what I'm responding to, and not that I'm just talking to myself and the voices in my head, which, the less said about that, the better. I've gotten rid of the other stuff. You, Twitch viewers should notice on the side there is a sidebar, little tab you can click. I talked to the creator of that. He was very, very helpful. We may be able to get the exploration things sorted out, if they haven't already been sorted out. No promises on when. Everything else is looking good. Bounty hunting, I did some quick testing on bounty hunting. That was displaying everything properly. So, there you go, a little bonus for the Twitch viewers at home. That said, we got some cargo. And, in the immortal words of Jerry Reed, we got a long ways to go and a short time to get there. You can't. It's a little tab on the middle right of the screen. And I know it's up because I'm seeing it pop out on my video. Should be a little tab. It says, yeah, Elite Track. I've got a Hank at my feet. I've got a Yuki at my shoulder. I've got an Alex in the cockpit. Let's ride. Lights on?
Lights on.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Ah, if it's on Mac, that may be it. Gear up.
Gear up.
Though, I wonder why it would not display. It's supposed to just display through the website, I thought. And by the way, a big thank you to everybody who's been helping out in the Narvert system. The faction it's astonishing. We're at 63%, and that is so much better than it was before. The Narvert Gold Brotherhood, they're at 0 influence. Which is okay because HIP 5881 LTD is also at 0 influence. The war that everybody lost. What do you got for me? Time bonus. I can do that. Glad to hear it, Eldani, and Doom Taxi. I love the Doom Taxi. Once I get back with my main, we may do some more Doom Taxiing. You meet the funniest people when you're just flying commuters around. Just the make it up in your own head kind of story ideas are pretty endless. I mean, when you got a group of tourists and a group of rebels, both in the cabin, and you find out that somebody's sent out a group of assassins after the tourist group. Well, that's just the start of that's the start of some kind of sitcom episode. Or, and I know there's a variation on this theme just about everywhere, but years ago there was just some random generator called They Fight Crime. And it just put two very strange combinations in play. There's a similar bot with, it's on Twitter, it's a Top Gear bot. No, things are working better on the hand. I can, I found a comfortable position to use the sticks. I'm not going to be flying too much combat. Lord willing. And in the words of Roy Fokker, from Macross and Robotech, you can still fight when you're drunk. Or, high on pain meds. Or whatever. Oh, that's good. I'll have to take a look at that afterwards. Beautiful approach to Caliri Port here.
DeLacy, X-ray, Tango, 9. Please comply with all regulatory protocols before commencing docking procedures, Commander.
Falcon DeLacy, X-ray Tango 9er, request docking clearance.
Initializing landing cycle.
Approval granted. Please make your way to landing pad 4-2.
Copy 4-2. Gear down.
Landing gear deployed.
Contact confirmed. Deactivating docking systems. Welcome to the station, Commander.
I think you mean the best spaceship since sliced bread. But yeah, the Cobra 3 is... Well, how do you want to put it? Like you said, it's a bread slice, or a pizza slice, or, a wedge taken out of a sidewalk. But damn if it doesn't do the job and do it well. Let's see. Is that going anywhere on the... Nope. Alright. So trade data... we'll see here. I'm checking the sidebar tab there to see what's popping up and what's not. Let's see. Massacre the Narvik Gold Brotherhood ships. What are those? Oh, that's 5881. No. Let's see here. Faulkner. Black Box Salvage Ops. Spectrum Organization. They kind of like me. Deliver 6 units of atmospheric processors. There are a lot of assassination missions here. Damn, somebody pissed those folks off. You have a very good point there. Let's see. Now where am I going? I am going to Eisenstein. Just a quick trip down the well here. Do I have a scoop on this thing? I do not. Gear up.
Landing gear up.
A little too high there. There we go. Yeah, multiple people. You bring up a very good point. They seem to have a bit of a grudge against, oh, everybody. I need stronger headlights on this ship. I need something that'll illuminate the side of the planet from orbit. Okay, and yep, we're good. Also from the previous episode, I finally found that excerpt. I found the story of the Baby Cooper dollar bill. That's a piece of writing that just cemented David Gerald's writing skills in my mind. Just kind of... That's when I realized he'd gone from good to great. Copy, tower. Gear down.
Lowering landing gear.
But if anybody is interested in hearing that tale, I can oblige. Let's see. Let's get some outfitting in here. It's not that long a story. I mean, it is only one paragraph. However, it's a paragraph that he wrote that ended up taking 2.5 pages. It was a hell of a paragraph. Let's see here. Boom, data delivery to Narvert. Just data. Errantry Alliance, though, so yes. Nobody wants any... Nobody wants me to deliver any materials? Courier job. Black market, and that's here. Black box salvage. More assassinations. Structural regulators. Narvik PPS. The Didic. Outbreak data transportation. There's an outbreak happening in Narvik too? Well, son of a... 3,300 credits though? No. Alright, let's get back to Narvik, get situated, see what's going on with the, you know, kind of see where we're sitting and what we want to do. Go from there. Gear up.
Retracting landing gear.
Clear for departure.
Initiate jump sequence on my mark.
Enhancing.
Mark.
Unable to comply.
What? Alex. Jump.
Preparing for jump.
You have now left the port perimeter. This is traffic operations signing off.
Well, I couldn't say for, personally I couldn't say hardcore. I use, Chrome. So many options.
Light velocity reached. Hull integrity is within limits. All other systems are at normal levels. Compiling data for cartography.
What do we got here for data? Or materials? Not too much. Well, that's too bad, hardcore. I'd heard it was actually pretty good, but oh, I hate it when that happens. That's what happened when I did some upgrading here, some updating on some of my utilities. Lost everything in my elite overlay, which is why I decided just scrap the whole arrangement and go with something new. Kind of declutter the screen. I'll keep communications up for, you know, the aforementioned reasons, but I'm gonna try to drop down the rest of the clutter. Mod it till it's broken. Yeah, that... I wouldn't know a thing about that. He said, totally unconvincingly.
DeLacy, X-ray Tango 9er. This is flight control. Please note that access to the station is by authorization only. Request approved. Cleared for landing on docking bay 19er.
Also, for any pilots that want to learn how to do flight assist off, the best, kind of most basic training technique I can think of is when you're on a station approach, turn off flight assist when you're on approach and just try to keep the station centered until the door is in view. Gear down.
Use your speed, Commander.
Deploying landing gear.
Top off the tank and turn in. Ooh, planetary scan job for nearly $1 million. Point of interest in the Harang system. Now, Harang is a ways off. I could do that. That's not bad. All right. Anything else needs to go there? 12 tons of palladium to Gerald Vision. It's a sign. That's what it is. Nearly 300 grand for that. I will take that. Gear up.
Landing gear raised.
You are cleared to leave.
It's a sign. Alright, and Harang is a ways, if I remember right, Harang has a ways to go when it comes to actually going anywhere. Jump on my mark.
Okay.
Mark.
Preparing for jump.
Yeah, the thing is, I've only got 12 tons of cargo space, I believe.
Vectors. Faster than light velocity reached.
This is not a big ship.
Engaging exit protocols. Incoming mission critical. Exploration data saved. Piracy is rife here.
Alright, 200,000. Okay, and speaking of Gerald, let's load up
Long
the...
range.
Thank you, Alex. So here we go. This was written in a couple of... This was something from a couple of his publications. He's put it in a couple of things. I read it in the second of the Couture books, A Day for Damnation. And this is the story of the Baby Cooper dollar bill. Let's see here. Am I on track? Let's make sure I'm heading there right. Okay, close enough. And I don't mean any kind of, you know, no infringement is implied here. This is like my favorite paragraph he's ever written in a very large body of work. So, yeah. Grandpa Cooper thought he was being cute. He bought a $1 investment trust, the proceeds of which would be delivered to the firstborn child of his only daughter, who was, at that time, only 4 years old, on the occasion of his or her 21st birthday. Then he died, leaving an investment-oriented software entity, which was quickly dubbed a fairy godmother, to operate the trust without human overrides. The software entity invested the dollar first into Chinese labor contracts, shifting to optical leverages 3 weeks before the Pakistan agreement, and then microbiotechnical futures 18 days before Apple announced the Pippin development project. And so on. Within 15 years, the electronic Scrooge had cascaded the yearly earnings of $1 into the millions. Well, hell, if all you had to do was study upwardly directed catastrophic trends at the rate of 16 billion neurological operations per second, you'd probably make some pretty good decisions too. Then Wilma Cooper gave birth to twins. Cesarean. The doctor would live to regret it. Mommy and Daddy Cooper, thinking to be responsible and wanting to protect their children if anything awful happened to them, had created guardian angels to watch over their children's interests, specialized software entities to monitor and protect the twins' legal, financial, and investment needs. As it happened, the accident that killed Daddy Cooper left Mommy Cooper a quadriplegic. The guardian angels were immediately activated, and within 3 days had filed lawsuits on each other's client. The guardian angel for Twin B was suing Twin A for half the money, claiming Twin B would have been firstborn if not for the intervention of the doctor. The guardian angel for Twin A was suing Twin B for slander, alienation of affections, attempt to subvert, violation of intention, and malicious litigation. Both guardian angels were also suing the doctor who'd first delivered the twins, the hospital where they were born, and the now crippled Wilma Cooper, who had signed the cesarean consent form in the first place, claiming massive damages on the grounds they were being forced to litigation because of the incompetence of the doctor, the hospital, and their mother. The twins themselves were unaware of these battles being fought on their behalf because they were only 2 years old at the time. Still following? Good, because now it gets baroque. Turns out the ever-cautious Mommy and Daddy Cooper, fearing accidents, infertility, premature spousal termination, etc., had deposited 3 viable eggs and 6 vials of sperm with the Northridge Community Creche. The death of Daddy Cooper automatically turned loose 3 more guardian angels upon the legal network, each one claiming that its quote-unquote client had prior claim on the dollar bill, despite not yet having been conceived. The argument here was that conception was implied by the storage of sperm and egg, despite not yet having occurred in actuality. Therefore, under the Protection of Intention Amendment, one of these 3 would-be children was the rightful recipient of the dollar bill trust fund. Now the religious groups get involved, and the case was aiming straight for the Supreme Court. Already 2 justices had resigned, rather than be forced to rule on any of the issues involved. The guardian angels had resisted all attempts to break the case into its component parts and were demanding total resolution. The fundamentalist Judeo-Islamic Baptists were claiming the whole case was a blasphemy because of Mommy Cooper's high school abortion. That had been the firstborn child they claimed. Therefore, upon its death, the money had to revert to the estate of Grandpa Cooper, who, it turned out, had at one time signed an agreement of financial support for the Ministry for the Salvation of Lesser Souls, meaning cats, dogs, horses, cows, sheep, pigs, but not apes. Grandpa had not yet honored his pledge of $5 before he died, and therefore the ministry had filed a lien on the earnings of Grandpa Cooper's estate. The aforementioned Ministry for the Salvation of Lesser Souls was one of the subdivisions of the Christo-Baptist Coalition, which just happened to now be affiliated with, are you really surprised, the fundamentalist Judeo-Islamic Baptists. Since filing its lawsuit, that group had splintered into 6 separate schisms, but not before it had created its own software entity to pursue its claims. This particular software harpy was being pursued by 6 harpies of its own, each created by one of the splinter factions. Then the woodwork really got porous. Turned out Grandpa Cooper owed everybody money, and they were all filing claims against his estate. The legal software churning the net had become a zoo full of monsters. Grandpa Cooper's single fairy godmother had given birth to a whole host of guardian angels, harpies, demons, imps, whirlwinds, berserkers, dervishes, trolls, and ghouls, not to mention several particularly vicious, nameless cosmic horrors, all prowling through the internet looking for a throat to rip out. It was a legal firestorm looking for a place to happen, and sure enough it did. Turned out the original Baby Cooper dollar bill itself, which was still in the vault at McBroker's, sealed in a glass case, was counterfeit. Somebody had passed it to Grandpa Cooper, and unthinkingly he'd passed it to the broker. The discovery that the bill was counterfeit was accidentally made during the course of a video feature story about near-sentient software entities. The shitstorm that this triggered made everything that had gone before look like a fart in a tornado. If the original contract was invalidated because of Grandpa Cooper's failure to provide one legal dollar, who owned the resultant fortune? McBrokers? The McShareholders thought this was a good idea. McBrokers immediately sued the Baby Cooper Trust Fund for fraud. The Baby Cooper Trust countersued for breach of contract, claiming McBroker's original acceptance of the counterfeit dollar validated the deal. True to form, the United States government adopted a schizophrenic position. The Justice Department argued that to invalidate the original contract would violate the Protection of Intention Amendment. The Treasury Department argued that to not invalidate the contract would legalize the counterfeiting of plastic dollars. Justice argued the statute of limitations had expired, and therefore the dollar had to be treated as legal tender. Treasury argued under the Seizure of Illegal Profits Act, the entire Baby Cooper fortune now belonged to Uncle Sam. The original counterfeiter came forward and claimed that the fortune was his, arguing his dollars were works of art, and he was only leasing them, not selling them. At least 2 presidents had considered revaluing the dollar to zero for about 20 seconds to force the software to self-destruct in its own economic starvation. The doctor who delivered the Cooper twins committed suicide. His family promptly sued everybody in sight, claiming the mental stress of the years of legal harassment had driven him to his death. The twins themselves, oh yeah, remember them? Had been separated shortly after the first lawsuits were filed and reared separately. Neither had spoken to the other or their mother since they were 4. By the time they turned 21, the Baby Cooper dollar bill was well worth the better part of $1 trillion. But not a single one of the lawsuits had yet to make it to court. On the day the Baby Cooper Dollar Bill Trust surpassed the Zurich Lottery, a class-action lawsuit on behalf of the members of the International Monetary Council was filed against the United States Justice Department for impeding the resolution of a case which would significantly affect the planet's economy. This particular action guaranteed an additional 20 years, minimum, of legal maneuvering, which was the intention all along. The Baby Cooper assets had to be kept frozen. Should that much cash turn liquid all at once, there was no way to predict what kind of hydrostatic shock wave would resonate through the world's economy. Meanwhile, an international community of software vampires was already looking for a way to buy into the mess. Even though Baby Cooper futures were rated as a very high-risk investment, shares of all 7 of the major corporations involved were being traded on the New York Stock Exchange. Not to mention more than a score of remora corporations riding on their earnings or echoing their investments. At least most of the software entities involved were smart enough to hedge their bets against an adverse court ruling. They were starting to expand into other investment areas, including the creation of several new dollar bill entities. Rumor had it the Supreme Court was reluctant to rule on the case for fear of crashing the market. That more than half of the human participants in this Byzantine affair were already dead was irrelevant to the software battling on their behalf. It just triggered a whole new class of software ghouls pursuing the beneficiary claims. The filing rate for these set a 3-day record for the New York network. Unfortunately, the record was short-lived. When the National Resource Reclamation Act was passed, so many claims were filed on the first day of business, the system was down before lunch. The commission refused to bring the system back online until they could rule the Baby Cooper Trust exempt from further actions. The Federal Appeals Court refused to uphold that ruling, and the commissioners promptly allowed the system to crash 3 more times. Yes, this also triggered a group of suits, countersuits, from everybody from the court on down to the commission to the bystanders whose transactions had been lost in the disaster. Wait, it gets better. Congress's refusal to grant an exemption opened up everything that had gone before to the entire range of possible reclamation actions. Yes, this was an open invitation to several 100,000 more would-be players to leap into the mayhem. And it was deliberate. The Baby Cooper dollar bill was now generating more lawsuits per day than any action in human history. The whole thing had become a legal black hole. But the U.S. government was generating almost as much income off the legal fees, because remember, these were all pay-as-you-go cases, as the dollar bill itself was generating in interest. So the Secretary of the Treasury had a very real stake in containing the uproar and continuing the uproar for as long a time as possible. Now that was software. The Baby Cooper Dollar Bill, as written by David Gerald. No masters, no rulers. Hello, welcome to the show. Just killing some time here as we come in on Gerald Vision and realizing that, hey, David Gerald wrote that, and I'd promised the viewers that yesterday. The entire sordid tale, and that was one paragraph. He wrote that out all as one paragraph. He has a similar story in Book 4. A Season for Slaughter. Oh, I'm sorry, Orion. I guess a little late to ask, but is it Orion or is it Orion? I'm just so used to Orion's, the usual spelling of that anything with an E in there, I change the pronunciation a bit. What we got here? We got a time bonus. No, that must have been the last mission. Nope, it's this one. Alright, we can do that. Self-modifying AI-infused corporate charters taking over the solar system. Lovely. Yeah, the Couture books don't have quite that degree of horror. Orbit lines. There we go. So yeah, to recap for those new to the show or those who may be watching later, the Couture books by David Gerald is about an alien invasion of the Earth, except rather than spaceships, it's an advanced ecology, an entire ecosystem attacking the planet rather than some kind of centrally directed, more conventional invasion. And every life form on the food chain is better at it than what we have on Earth. Falcon to Lacey, X-Ray Tango 9er, request docking clearance.
Initializing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's see, where's my parking spot? Yeah, it ain't bad. There we go. Gear down.
Gear down. Engines disengaged.
Okay, and the other mission was to... It was supposed to be somewhere in this system. Planetary scan job, right. In the harangue system. Oh, son of a... Alright. Okay, we can fix this. Maybe. I've got a discovery scanner. That'll work. It's not a big one, but it should be enough if I can get within 500 light seconds of these planets and honk the horn. Yep. Gear up.
Gear coming up.
I forgot all about that, but we should be good yet. System map.
System map.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping is going to happen here. Let's see. If it's around there, I'm just going to cry. I doubt it, though. I'm betting around one of these inner planets. So let's scan the binaries first. Four tons of neofabric insulation. What in the hell am I going to do with neofabric insulation? Okay, is there anything... Really? Yeah, I'm only going to the landable ones, Vox, thank you, but... So let's get a honk here. I'm not seeing any targets here, so... I'm gonna take a wild guess that it's actually one of those planets there. And, well... we'll get that. We'll just do it in a slightly different way. Yeah, this place is under some kind of lockdown like you wouldn't believe. It's a pirate-controlled anarchy system, and it looks like they're starting to finally push back against the pirates a bit. Alright, let's get this cargo offloaded first. Let's see, sales. Alright, so it's showing current cargo. Hey, there we go. Mission logs. And while I'm futzing with that, okay, let's see if we can't slow down here a bit. Kick in some rudder, use the gravity to slow me down. And back on course. Beautiful. So here's where I turn off the flight assist and just use very small inputs.
Please comply with flight regulations as you approach the station, Commander.
Falcon to Lacey, X-Ray Tango 9er, request docking clearance.
Docking request code sent. Stand by. Accepted. You may now proceed.
Request approved. Set down on landing pad 27.
Copy 27. Then I kick the flight assist back on just in time to line up with the mail slot, and in we go. Gear down.
The gear is down and locked.
Landing successful. Clear to disembark.
Don't need any of that. Let's see. Where is the Neofabric insulation? A little more profit made there. Okay, now, a couple ways we can do this. A couple things we need, actually. Gonna need a fuel scoop. And it would be nice to get a slightly bigger discovery scanner. Class 3 fuel scoop, kind of expensive, but what do you do? Actually, let's see if I have anything stored here. I do not. Alright. A little bit more fuel than I thought. You know, instead of the fuel scoop, I might do a fuel tank. Galaxy map.
Displaying map.
Okay, so... There we are, Wolf 397. How far away are you? 225 light years. Can I make it on... Nope. Alright. Oh yeah, fill the tank. Then let's see if I can make it. Answer, nope, by just that much. Ouch. What if I do on without jet cone boost? Still no. Close, though. Close. Sometimes it's just better to get a fuel tank instead of a fuel scoop. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the stellar body scanners. One advanced discovery scanner. There. Now, we can find just about anything we need to find. Top off the tank. Do we have the... Yep, now we can make it. Wolf 397. And actually, to increase the range a little bit, we're going to store these. Insurance cost to 246, almost, well, 245 grand, and I got 400 grand in the bank. Perfect. All right. First stop, we are going back to Harang, and we're going to see just where in the hell this damn outpost was. Gear up. Gear up.
Retracting landing module.
Okay, that's a pretty good one. I like that. That's where the only parts of the person... I can't even talk, I'm laughing. And then I nearly choke on my drink as I'm laughing. Man dies on stream from bad joke. Though accurate joke. Alright, let's honk the horn and find out where that damn place was.
Piracy is rife here.
Incoming mission critical message.
Figures. Alright, we aren't doing that right now.
Sensors to long range.
Okay, taking the highway to the Kregel zone. How far we got? We got 13 jumps. So I was contacted by Todd McQuinn. Yes, the one and only man that played CQC, the man who won the tournament by default because nobody else entered. He's contacted me about, well, upgrading my guns a bit. And now we're going to take a quick trip out there and just show that even with, you know, basic... Whoa, hi there. Even with a basic starting pilot, you can, you can get some good equipment out of them. Come on. You know what? Screw it. I'm not even gonna try. Jumping into the jet cone boost of a white dwarf star is in a Cobra 3 is a good way to get you dead. The lighter the ship, the more the jet cone will throw you around, and with a white dwarf there is not much margin of error there. And we can get our scan data here for Felicity Farseer. Or Elvira Martuk, who might be the better choice, actually. But Felicity can give engine boosts as well. Yeah, I did it too, but it's... I hate white dwarf stars on principle. I mean, the gravity exclusion zone is too big compared to how much room you have to get into the jet cone. And if you aren't set up within, you know, damn near perfect, the jet cone can spin you around, and then you're going full throttle into the exclusion zone in the jet cone, and then poof, you're gone. And that's a fast way to wreck a long trip. So Todd McQuinn, what is he like? He likes bounties. You got to get a bunch of bounties for him and turn those into him. Now, I think he takes Federal, Alliance, and Local. Nice thing about a big Discovery scanner, it finds everything. I think... I don't know, I've tried turning in Imperial bounties to him, and it didn't seem to work. We'll find out. I think we got a few stored up here. But starting off here, I mean, I'm, what, mostly harmless? Maybe novice? Got a decent ship. Put a few hours in. Well, there's good cash in Kamadhenu. I'm just taking a wild guess at the pronunciation there, so, you know, point and laugh. Actually, the millions are very near there. HIP 20277. Because there are pristine metallic rings there, which you can mine. And that also means tons of pirates. And with Arissa's influence, you get a 20% passive boost to bounties. I like pirates too. They're made of money. It's like a cash piñata. Turtles all the way down. Take care, Danny. Have a good night, and yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. Now, what kind of condition I will be on or in tomorrow, that's a totally different story. So I'm going to be trying to take 15 pound... excuse me. Obviously, it's time for another drink. Yeah, I'm going to be taking 13 to 15 pounds of fur into the vet for a dentist appointment in the morning, and we're going to see what kind of condition I end up in after that. She can be a mean, mean miss. Alright, everything's scanned here. Parquet. Next stop. No, that's true. I mean, I'm just talking about getting her into the carrier. She's got, you know, 5 separate... There's 6 sides for her, and 5 of them are pointy. So jump data works on the exploration tab. Let's see what happens when I do a detailed scan now. System map.
System cartography.
Alright. Resume course.
Selecting next destination.
Alright, so the detailed scan data doesn't quite come up yet, but that's alright. The developer, he knows what's up with it, so it's probably going to be a fix over the weekend, or... Well, I'm not going to make promises for him. He knows what it is, so... It'll get... That bug will get squished at some point. At least we can see jump data. And actually, that's quite a bit of data in the FSD jump tab. That's neat. I like that.
Piracy is rife here.
Piracy is rife everywhere.
Increasing sensors to maximum range.
They're already at maximum range, Alex. So we're going to get parked at Wolf 397. And then we're going to see about picking up some materials, getting some of Todd McQuinn's equipment, and yeah, we're going to start upgrading some weaponry here. Todd McQuinn, he knows his projectile weapons. Oh no, I'm good. Wolf 397, one jump away. I've got plenty of fuel. I've never had to call fuel rat, and I kind of take a little bit of pride in that. Okay, speaking of planetary scan jobs, I got 14 grand in Imperial bounties. Let's see what that can buy me. No, Todd knows projectile weapons. I mean, if it's You know, multi-cannons, cannons, railguns, if it shoots something solid instead of a beam, he knows how to tune it up. The multi-cannons must be using hypergolic propellants. Just kind of neat. Hypergols are that class of chemicals that, again, just kind of one of those things I won't work with. Spray two chemicals together and they self-ignite. Or self-detonate. A little hot? Nope, we're good. We're good. Alright, so we're parked here. Thank goodness. Gear down.
Down and locked.
That's true. Ordinary gunpowder does work in a vacuum, but you can get with hypergols, you get the option of being able to tune the charge because it's working on a couple of spray fuel injectors, so you can monitor how much propellant is going in and actually, you know, tune how much bang you get out of it. Alright, let's turn this data in because, hey, that's not bad for just honking the horn. And I'm sure I just got a couple of messages from folks related to my exploration rank. Not much here in the way of equipment. Alright. Okay, who contacted me about what? Promotion to scout. Hooray! Okay. Wolf 397 Independence. Invitation from Felicity Farseer. That's what I thought. I got scout, and now she wants to talk to me. Now then, we go to Trophy Camp. Gear up.
Retracting landing module.
Disengaged. Your way is clear to depart.
Another benefit of hypergolic and indeed caseless ammunition is that there's no case. You know, a thing shaped like itself, I know, but yeah, caseless ammo is good because you don't have, you know, you don't have to worry about either properly ejecting or properly storing the ammo. There is nothing to gimbal a railgun, and I don't believe there's anything to reduce the build-up time either. Which frustrates me, because it's like a flintlock. You pull the trigger, and then, you know, a second or so later, then you get the shot. Granted, it's a little bit more accurate than a flintlock. Probably hits a little bit harder, too. But no, there are no mods to gimbal a railgun. That would be so broken. Yeah, that's the same for me. I don't like the delay on railguns. I understand why it's there. Again, it's another mechanic for, you know, otherwise it adds in a degree of you have to hold on the target. Because if somebody were to rig up some kind of, you know, auto fire on it, that'd be a bad deal.
Docking permission denied.
No, really.
Docking permission authorized.
That's
You
better.
may proceed to landing pad 06.
Gear down.
Deploying landing module.
I mean, I can understand why the delay is there, because I forget what it is, but, well, if you had a railgun aimbot, oh, that would be bad. That would be so broken. We're here.
Docking procedure completed. Ship secured.
Yeah.
Greetings, Commander.
Yep, exactly. The penny drops. Okay, can he take Imperial bounties? Well, he can in terms of donation. Okay, so I gotta donate 100,000 credits in bounty before he will even, you know, talk to me. That's fine. So we're gonna outfit here. We are going to load up the small hard point, see what we can get here. That would be kind of hilarious. Okay, so we're wing mounting a couple of small cannons while we have the big multi-cannons for... This isn't a perfect loadout. This is far from a good loadout, but work with what we got. Galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
So a good place to bounty hunt for Todd McQuinn is, if I remember right, Wolf 406. Let's just make sure here. Let's see here. Service station. Yeah. Gear up.
Retracting landing
Ship
gear.
released. Departure authorized.
So you fly to Wolf 406, and there are a few resource sites. I can't remember if there's any hazardous. In this ship's current configuration, I'm not too terribly inclined to go to a hazardous site. What are my shields even? Okay, they're class 4s at least. But again, we're going to go the, You know, I should have grabbed a warrant scanner, but we'll work with what we got here. This is kind of the abridged guide to bounty hunting and getting Todd McQuinn unlocked. System map.
System cartography.
Well, there's also resource sites here, too. Let's go have a look. See what we can see. 250 light seconds from the primary, that's a pretty good distance. High intensity, that's going to mean a higher grade of enemies, but there's still police presence to help out. Or in this case, police presence to, well, kill stealing is such an ugly word. Snipe? Take advantage of? Do your civic duty? Perform a citizen's murder? You know, things. Citizen's arrest, citizen's murder. 6 of one, half dozen of the other in this case. This is elite. Come on. Parking tickets can get you killed. A moving violation earns you a visit from the, economic targeting. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. I mean, come on, a moving violation earns you the wrath of the sprinkler system. Okay. Looks like we got ice rings. And let's move over from... Go. Let's move over from Explorer to Combat Mode. There, the sidebar should display the Combat Mode now. And let's bring the cannons up there. This guy just happened to, the hell? Looks like he managed to smack into a rock. Wing of 2. That's his buddy in the Vulture. Yeah, I'm not ready to take... I am in no way prepared to take those guys on with this ship's configuration. Alliance Enforcer... Alliance Enforcer. One anaconda. Wanted. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, we got all kinds of targets here. That's a wing of 2, so... The anaconda's the safer option here. Balance. I'm gonna wait for his shields to drop, and then we're gonna try to kill his power plant. My scanners are at long range, Orion. You can shift your scan range. I was at extreme range because of all the pirates, and Alex moved them over to long range. I am just biding my time here. If these guys could properly aim, that would be wonderful. Somebody's shields just dropped here. Wanted, wing of 2. I don't know where his buddy is. He's also wanted, and his shields are down. But he's also in a clipper, so if I'm wrong on this, if I can't take this guy out quick, he's gonna wreck me. But good. So plenty of targets here. I just got to figure out which one's a good one to hit.
Target destroyed.
So that clipper is in bad shape. The Conda is not. He's still at 100%. Thinking if I can get a good shot on that clipper once his shields drop again. Target of opportunity. I didn't get him in time though. Okay, this guy's gonna be wrecked. So let's help out a little bit here. The enemy of my enemy is my enemy's enemy, no more, no less. And that's 100 grand right there, so that's Todd McQuinn's payout right there. Now let's see what else we got here, because this guy could be going after that Conda next. And And he's worth 163 grand. I want to see what's happening here. Got a trio of Cobra 4 and 2 Cobra 3s. They're Alliance Enforcers. They're clean. This guy, though, well... his shields are back to full power, so...
Scan detected.
okay, and here's the Fer-de-Lance scanning me now. That's him down to portside low. So now, just keep my eyes open for a good fight. Yeah, the Conda's probably a lost cause. Nobody's going to be able to lock up on him. Unless the cops show up. And I've just got notice that the local constabulary has shown up. Alistair Shields, who are you? Okay, you're the federal dropship. There we go. Fight's on. Clean. So who's going after what here? Alliance police forces are going after you. Federal assault ship. I was able to get a couple rounds into him, at least with the cannons. And he's done. Alright, now that the local cops are here, let's see what we got. Oop. And now the money-making commences.
Target destroyed.
A couple of Viper 4s and a Viper 3 will make short work of a lot of stuff.
Scan detected.
And that Conda is still in the area. And he's going after the miner. That means that everybody just locked on him. Okay, targeting his power plant. These guys are going to hit him a little bit harder than the last guys did. Especially if he bounces his ass off a rock. Shield strength to aim for with a Fer-de-Lance. 1 second. Well, the nice thing about a Ferdy is it's not just the shield strength, it's got a really solid hull on it.
Heat sink deployed.
And his power plant is down. I'd have to go back through my my own tuning. I've got a video on, my Fertile Ants. The thing is with a lot of my ship mods that they are really... I build for resistance as well, so shield strength doesn't quite tell the whole story. I mean, a lot of my shield strength is just... yeah. Oh, we've got another Conda in the area. Oh, he's a Kappa Conda. Let's not mess with him. So the bounties tab, and that's a little misspelled, is, that shows how much cash I've got on this particular run, which is nice. Though there is a caveat to Bi-Weave shields, which I've discovered, and I'm not sure... I need to test my methodology on this, but I don't know that they recharge in combat like normal shields do. Or maybe it's just something that I noticed once with a few times with Bi-Weaves and then just never checked on other shields. But it seems like you have to be out of combat for a little bit with Bi-Weaves before they start to recharge. Okay, so we got a pretty good chunk of change built up here. Let's go talk to Todd again. Set 2-1.
Power diverted to engines.
Well, I guess there's an easy way to check the Bi-Weave recharges, and that's, I'm running Bi-Weaves right now. Ah, alright. Well, I know there was a delay, but is it always... I mean, do you have to be out of combat? I mean, if your shields are taking damage, they can't regen? I've never actually... all this time in the game, and I've never actually looked up that particular mechanic. One of those things that you'd think would be useful. Excuse me. Sorry for the clink, clink, clank. That's my blender bottle. But to be honest, I've had modded shields for so long on my Fertile Ants that I honestly never looked at the looked at their strength rating. I mean, I loaded up with here's what my Fertile Ants was built as big as shields as I could give them, and then one kill warrant scanner, and everything else was loaded up with shield boosters. And then, when engineers came out, I started engineering... I put one into thermal resistance, one into heavy duty, and then the rest turned into resistance augmentation. And then the shield generator itself was modded for thermal resistance.
Orbital flight engaged.
So, I mean, my shields pretty much laugh at all but the most concentrated assaults. Alright, Todd, roll out the welcome mat.
Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 06.
Gear down?
Down and
Yeah, either lay or maybe brew. I can't even remember myself. Oop. Boink. Tactical faceplant. Alright, Todd, got bounties for you.
Docking procedure completed. Ship secured. Greetings, Commander.
Okay, that's donated, and now we can talk to him. And anything... Yeah, we can turn in some Alliance bounty vouchers here.
Incoming message.
Okay, and it doesn't look like Wolf 406 Transport Company lets me get anything here. Too bad. Alright. So, with that 400 grand I turned in for bounties, I've gotten up to grade 3 on the multi-cannons. Or grade 3 access, period. Now, here's what I want to do. I want thermal blasters. I also want a short-range blaster, because you aren't sniping with gimbaled multi-cannons anyway. So... just looking at the conversation here. So yeah, I'm going to go with a short-range blaster, and for that, I need a load of nickel. Fortunately, this planet has a lot of nickel to offer. I like mixing my shields. I like... you throw in enough thermal resistance, and that blocks a lot of damage. I mean, lasers... The only thing it doesn't block... Gear up. The only thing it doesn't block are kinetic attacks, and most of those are... You know... Those are already naturally resisted by shields. So if you can throw in some thermal resistance to the same degree as kinetic resistance, your shields are, you know, naturally that much stronger. I mean, your shields may be 10% weaker in pure megawattage or megajoules, but say they're 10% weaker in megajoules, but they have, say, 20-25% thermal resistance. Swings and roundabouts. Alright. And we're far enough away from his base, we don't have to worry about too much shooting things. Gear down.
deploying gear.
If you deploy your SRV, you gotta get a few clicks away from his base. Otherwise, you get a weapons violation.
Drive assist.
Well, that may be why you ran into trouble the last time. Okay. Oop. Alright. There's trophy camp over there, so let's not go over that way. We are looking for nickel. You know, I'm not sure I really want to be moving in this orientation, but... Oh. We landed without too much damage. And we got rocks. Pirate that clearly paid off the system authorities. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Or he just bought the trophy. Either way, though, he knows his way around a gun. Balance.
Equalize power.
And what do we got here? We've got everything except nickel. Very nice. But we're gonna need to pick this stuff up anyway, so, you know. Those pesky laws. Would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those pesky laws. Worst Scooby-Doo villain ever. Everything except nickel. I am actually very... I'm surprised. Let's see if we can't do a little bit better on this rock. Iron. Well, iron is good. Nope. Come on, get spun around here. There we go. Material gathering. It's not exciting at all, but gives you a little bit of practice with the SRV. And a little bit of practice now might help in the future when you're trying to gather something other than rocks. If you got to gather data in a hurry, then, you know, say from a base that has a whole lot of guards. Yep. Yeah, I'm picking everything up anyway. It's all going to come in handy in the future anyway, and I've got a... Oh, I've got the space for it. We got here. Mesosiderite. Manganese. You know, I thought there was nickel around here, and maybe I'm wrong. Nope, nickel. There we go. Usually it's a lot more common, but... Unless a high G world on a cliff. Yeah, I can get behind you on that one. I actually prefer driving on high G worlds. Okay, I'm going to do a quick look here at EDDB. And see if I can't pick up materials elsewhere here. So you throw that over there. System, stations, commodities, bodies. Alright, I need nickel. Nickel, and we are in Wolf 397. Reference system Wolf 397. Okay, find, and what do we got? Change the reference distance around, because I don't want to go to the Sol system. I really don't want to go to the Sol system for this. Well, you can do that under low G worlds. And then it gets you spun around, and then if anybody's shooting at you, you're dead anyway. System map.
System map.
Okay, what is my... let's see. There we go. Truest Mahdi. Okay, we're on Truest Mahdi. That's actually got the highest concentration of nickel in the system. Oh, it's not happening on this guy anytime soon. So you want to go to Sol. Alright, do a metric ass ton of missions for the Federals. Federales. Not an imperial ass ton, a metric ass ton. It's 10% greater. Well, whatever it is, we can stay on course. Looks like it might be decent. Core dynamic ass ton. Alright, again, multiple rocks in the area. Well, let's bust it open and get some nickel out of it. Shake it down for nickels. Iron, sulfur, and carbon, because of course. I swear, the game just knows when I need stuff and says, nope. It's listening in, and it keeps hearing me say nickel. Seriously, it has never been this hard to get nickel before. Yeah, now that's what you call stream sniping. My kingdom for a skimmer-based SRV, and I've said it before, you know, maybe eliminate the ability to use jumping, but give me a skimmer that just, you know, flies a meter or two off the ground. Hot damn, nickel. Nickel, nickel, nickel. Yep, it is cargo canisters in the distance. Yeah, unless they're, like, loaded with gold or, you know, myrrh. Every time I find cargo canisters, they're usually filled with bio-waste. A lot farther than I wanted to go. Yeah, that's true. We will get space legs before we get a hover SRV, but a commander can dream, can't he? I don't know what points of interest you've found, but that is definitely not my experience. Well, now we're heading back in the direction, so let's go find out, I guess. Because mostly what I find are skimmers and disappointment. Manganese, germanium, carbon. More nickel. Alright, let's go see what we got over here. Thunk. The less glamorous parts of Elite. Get your own spaceship. Forge your own path. Or is it blaze your own trail? Either way. Maybe forge your destiny or no. Whatever it is, it's something about paths and destiny and making your own. And then, you know, bounce off a rocket, mock oh my god, and explode in an airless crater. They never tell you about that part. Also, I wish they could give a reason why you can't have a wave scanner on your ship. Or on a fighter. I know I'm getting kind of tired of these rocks here, or this terrain. You know, I would love a prospecting fighter. Something that you can... Something that's just kind of scouting out ahead and sniffing out the good stuff, and then you can direct SRVs to it. It would also incentivize learning nap of the earth flying. Oh, we got multiples here. Alright, interesting. what in the hell have we run into here? Cargo canisters, alright. Structural regulators, consumer technology. Superconductors, structural regulators, consumer technology, and semiconductors and nerve agents. There's a lot of stuff here that is a whole lot of nope. Especially in this terrain, it'd take forever to find probably take forever to find a place to land my ship. Let's recall it and find out. Also, I'm just not too terribly inclined to pick up that stuff. Because I'm just, you know, I just want nickel. I want a lot of nickel. Iron is good too. Something that I can use for getting my ship or my guns upgraded here. Yeah, I'm driving almost straight from my last position, and the ship is not in a happy position relative to all those canisters. Get clear, Alex. I'll call you back when I really need you. Ooh, metallic meteorite nearby. Yes, please, and thank you. The metallics give good stuff. You know, if I don't get my ass turned around on a blown up rock. Metallic meteorites, they're the ones that give the good stuff, like, you know, arsenic and polonium. Otherwise, the only reliable way to get polonium is to, you know, go make fun of certain high-ranking Russians. Mercury is pretty high-ranked stuff in terms of rarity. Okay, what do we got in terms of inventory here? We've got... $21 iron, 27 manganese, 24 nickel. Outcrops in Mesopotamia. Close. Close. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. A few more bits of iron and nickel will do me well. Engines.
All power to engines.
Balance.
Redistributing power.
Sulfur works too. Couple more readings coming up here, so I'll grab those and then get back to the ship and go have a word with Todd. That is a lot of mercury I've been grabbing. Todd, make gun go shoot shoot. You know, there were times where I just wanted to shoot anytime they put the pack leads on TNG, I just... Samaritan Snare was a terrible episode. Alright, well, we got carbon, we got sulfur here. Oh, there was a TNG episode called Samaritan Snare. And it featured a race called the Packleds, and how those people got to space. There's one more reading over here, and then we'll call the ship in. Actually, screw it. We're calling the ship in now. This is a good landing spot. Yes. They kidnapped Geordi and tried to make him get their ship to move faster. Or make ship go faster. or make weapons stronger. Gear up.
Landing gear raised.
Federal Corvettes are okay, but honestly, a good Anaconda, I feel, can, it just has that much more utility. Like, my Anaconda that I use for, Well, the fact is that, I've got a tuned-up Anaconda that will pretty much, it works for blowing up anything I can find, and I can actually, jump some distance without needing to time my trips with a calendar.
Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 01.
Gear down.
Deploying landing module.
Perfect. Other than, being in the wrong direction. That's a minor thing. Semi-perfect. Oh, wait, no, I was facing the right way. It just didn't... Grr. It assigned the pad to me without setting it up for docking. Grumbles. Okay, Todd, let's talk. So, Engineering 101, brand new, well, semi-brand new character. Multi-cannons. Give me... lightweight mount, long-range weapon, overcharged weapon. Tempting, but the jitter is too much. Short-range blaster. Nice. Very nice. That's a pretty good rating there. So we're gonna adjust this. Okay, now we are not going to futz around with that so much. We are going to use, not phosphorus, sulfur. And we're going to build back up a little bit. Actually, galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
Head back to Ross 129 and make some more cash. That's the fast way and the fun way to the fast way and fun way to get your ranking back up with Todd. Gear up.
Gear up.
Ship released. Departure authorized.
Man, I don't need too much. I'm not going for any super uber crafting here. Just a grade 1 short-range blaster with thermal. That'll do the trick for me. I really, really loved Asp Explorers until I realized that the person sitting in the second seat had a terrible view. Just awful. Jump on my mark.
Okay.
Mark.
Preparing for jump. Adjusting for jump.
Okay, so now we've got...
Stellar velocity at maximum.
Thank you, Alex. We've got a multi-cannon that's tuned up to do significantly more damage than base.
Destination confirmed. Arrival in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's not godly, but
Gathering information. Cartography updated.
it can still make a mess. With thermal rounds, so now it can hurt shields. I'm a big fan of Yahtzee. I love all of his zero punctuation reviews. So, Cobra 3, not running top-of-the-line gear here. I think we're running a 3A power plant. And this thing can take a Class 4, so... That was a whole lot of driving around is what that was. Blech. But it's going to be worth it. These guns can be used on this ship. Thinking of, we'll save the galaxy for food. Yeah. That's true. Oh, well, that's an easy solution, isn't it? So yeah, you should be able to see on the Elite Track tabs my, combat log, bounties, etc. Not combat logging, because I do have standards. He said darkly. Anyway. So no, I've got a thermal multi-cannon here. I can swap that out to the Viper when I get back to Narvert. Or, you know, as suggested, I could put corrosive rounds on. But this way, I've got multi-cannons that will eat through shields. And... better. Reset my switches there. Fer-de-Lance, dangerous, worth a lot of money. Boris, trying to pirate the Fer-de-Lance. Let's see how that works out for Boris. And somebody else just opened fire on that Ferdy. Who in the hell? The local cops. Alright. Fer-de-Lance versus Eagle. Place your bets. I know corrosive damages the hull. And it drops the damage resistance. And now he's managed to kick the hornet's nest, and the hornets turned out to all be cops. Balance.
Equalizer powered.
Waiting for his shields to drop before I open fire. Shouldn't be long at this rate. Especially eating shots like that. And 185 grand later. Now, where is that? You, sir. Are you wanted? No. Pity. Capaconda. Where did... There you are. Come here, you. Don't be shy.
Target shields offline. Target shields offline.
120 grand, and here's some more cash coming my way. Oh, he's having a bad day. Yeah, I'm having a great one, but sucks to be him.
Friendship charge detected.
No, 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 no. No, no, no. You stay here. And actually, that... Oh, wait. More cash. More cash on the way. Wait for the cops to open up on him. Actually, the Capacondas are right there. Let's spin up the guns. And then go make friends.
Under attack.
Well, I guess they found this Sidewinder first. Let me help you with that. Now, where did my big pile of cash go? There you are.
Target destroyed.
Anything else here made of money? Alliance Enforcer, you're not made of money. You there, Alliance Enforcer. Alright, Allied Police Force. Nope, we're good. Set 2-1.
Diverting power to the requested system.
And we go have a talk with Todd. And now, when we head back and turn in, we should be at grade 3 again, which we can trade in for more toys. Get on approach here. Hope we don't go Star Trekking past. We're probably going to go Star Trekking past. No, actually, we seem to be doing alright. Okay, I can live with that. Nice place to retire. Alright, Todd, I got some bounties for you. You give me guns now. None of this is exactly fast, but in what, 2.5 hours, we've managed to pretty much get get 2 sets of decently upgraded guns with engineering special effects. Picked up a bunch of materials for future reference. Made a goodly amount of cash. Well, I'd call it about 2 hours, I guess. The first half hour was me flapping my gums while flying 250,000 light seconds. Ugh. Not a fan of those long-haul trips. Not unless I can watch a movie and, well, Twitch doesn't like that much. But I've got a neat little program for my Vive that lets me throw up any window I want, anywhere I want, in-game. So I'm flying in VR and I can look down and where I see my helm commands here, or, SRV, I can pop in a movie. Run Netflix or something, or even run something saved off my, YouTube, anything. Gear down.
Down and locked.
All right, Todd, let's make with the upgrades.
Docking procedure completed. Ship secured. Greetings, Commander.
Now, what rank am I with you yet? Okay, rank 3, we're good. Let's try that again. We can do better than that. We can do much better than that. That's better. And don't have to adjust it nearly as much. There is a point there about using corrosive shells. Now just don't go with dual corrosive, because the corrosive effect does not stack. So if you're going to use corrosive weapons, just use one. Yep, one ping only. Short-range blaster. Oh, why not? Let's up these guns too while we're at it. That'll work. And that's decent too. Cannons get, let's see here, let me look up the effects quick on Inara. Cannons. Special effects you can get for them. Autoloader. Experimental upgrade that automatically reloads the weapon even when firing at the cost of reduced clip size. Dispersal field. Causes successful strikes to temporarily confuse all gimbals and turret hardpoints. Smart rounds. Causes rounds to self-destruct before damaging ships that are not currently targeted. Force shell, a modification to allow firing of low explosive, designed to generate a propelling blast, capable of forcing ships off course at the cost of shot accuracy. High yield. Converts a portion of damage to explosive, capable of hitting multiple internal modules if the attack breaches the hull. And thermal cascade. Interacts with shields upon detonation, generating significant heat on the target if their shields are up. And now that we've got some new toys, let's go play. Gear up.
Landing gear up.
Ship released. Departure authorized.
Now, one thing I'm not a huge fan of on the corrosive multi-cannons, and this is just me being... I don't know, this is just me liking a little bit more symmetry. The corrosive rounds are much... Well, you can see, the corrosive rounds have a significantly reduced magazine. 2100 rounds for the thermal, 1680 for the corrosive. It's a minor thing, but it does mean unless you, you know, want to play with your triggers and firing settings a bit, you're gonna run out of ammo on one faster than the other. Which would be a problem that was alleviated if Frontier would actually give us access to more weapon triggers rather than just 2, and then playing around with the fire groups. I mean, I would love a trigger 3 just for, you know, I could have like one set up for, yeah, at least you can resupply, that's true. But, you know, you could have, because right now it's a case of practicality where you need to have lasers on one trigger and then all kinetics on another. Because it's just a case of, you know, one's hit scan and one's not. You know, I would like a third trigger. I would like, you know, my thumb button on my lasers, my trigger for my multi-cannons working on shields and or hull.
Power to systems.
Thank you, Alex. That wasn't necessary. And then a third trigger just for corrosive guns or, you know, something... Yeah, MechWarrior 2 style fire groupings. And that's also true. Unfortunately, there's a lot of things that are kind of impossible with consoles. And that's not a shot at consoles, that's just... Actually, how did the MechWarrior games work on console? I never gave it a try, really. Balance.
Equalizer now.
Let's see. Modules, fire groups. I'm just going to keep the multi-cannons grouped up together. Yeah, like changing HUD colors. You can't do that on a console, unfortunately. Frustration abounds. Oh dear. No, no, dig up, you idiots. So when we started this about, oh god, coming up on 3 hours. Time flies when you're grinding. But yeah, we've gone from a decent Cobra 3 into something much more combat capable. And if I were to throw this on the Viper, ha 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 ha. Madman Two Swords. Wanted. Alliance Enforcer. Clean. Police Force. Federal Dropship. Wanted. Wing of Two. Somebody's already going after him. Yep, that's going to be a thing of beauty. Alright, now where's your buddy? Actually, I don't care where your buddy is. Oh, the pirate's going after the other pirate. Well, let's take advantage of this. Nope. Alright. Come on, guys. Somebody else has got to be shooting this guy. Don't just want to joust this clown. There we go. Lilu Dallas Multipass. That is a lot of angry cops. The hell did you do? Wow, I hate it when the trigger sticks on a class 4 plasma cannon. That wrecks your day. Oops, you lose. The Star Beast. Okay. Wing of 3. Worst crime imaginable. Loitering. That poor, poor bastard. That's neat and all, but... Nope, I guess these are the only guys in the area. And with that number of Capacondas out, well... I imagine they're going to have a bad day for a little bit here. Actually, no, I take it back. They're going to have a bad day for the rest of their lives. Where? Actually, where are the local cops at? He asked as he's nearly rammed by an anaconda flying past. I should really learn to keep my mouth shut. Oh, there we go. Oh, different target. Python. Oh, we want this. 150 grand for a few rounds of ammo. I'll take it. Engines.
Diverting power to requested system.
Possibly. Quite possibly. Somebody's about to get blowed up there. Nope. Let's get rolled around here. Balance.
Power balanced.
Target destroyed.
Alright, where's our next contestant? The cops keep spinning around this guy like, oh, there we go. Dump a few rounds into him, just enough to aggro him. Well, how did Barney Gumble put it? Ah, there's the overinflated sense of self-esteem. Mods maketh money. Very different. Oh boy. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm entirely down with that. It's a fair question. I'm just not sure I could make a proper evaluation of the idea whilst being shot up by this guy.
Shield offline.
Set 1-2.
All shields.
Balance.
Shields online. Redistribute.
I am the god of hellfire. Yeah. Yeah. Clarkson just adds so many things. Set 2-1.
Max engines.
Okay, is it me or is that planet a little, No, never mind. It looked lopsided for a moment. That was not the case. I guess elite isn't exactly what you call a post-scarcity economy, so obviously there is, I mean, people need food shipped from point A to point B, food cartridges, etc. So there's no such thing as a replicator. And if they had a replicator, they wouldn't need to... You know, if they could just make anything out of one proton and one electron, they wouldn't need to, you know, ship gold around, because you could easily make that. I'm not sure. Not sure how I feel about it. Billy! Billy, my boy. Balance.
Redistributing power.
Let's get the Christmas guns going here. Ow. Alright, let's not do that again. Set 1-2.
Power diverted to shields.
Shields. Balance.
Power balanced.
Okay, you're cops. Everybody here is either a cop or... me. Oh, wait, no. We've got a wanted elite Sidewinder. I remember when elite enemies were a whole lot more profitable. Yes, yes, I know, Sidewinder, what am I expecting? No, instant gratification would be nice. That's all I want.
Scan detected.
Alliance reputation change. Okay, none of this is pertinent. Whoa, hello. Engines.
Transferring power to engines.
Now there... Balance. That's what I'm talking about.
Target destroyed.
Oop, got one. If you're a cop, I'm Mickey Mouse.
Scan detected.
Ah, somebody else apparently won the local police attention contest. Shields.
Powering systems.
Ow, 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 Bernie, hurty. Bernie, hurty, pain. Don't. I reiterate, ow. Oh, never mind. He's screwed. Balance.
Equalize power.
Goodbye.
Target destroyed.
Just get in the damn pod, Nappa. Oop. Who have we got here? A competent eagle who's decided to pirate people.
Target shields offline.
In the middle of this cluster of police. Well, that went about as well as you could have expected. This guy's not going to last very long either. Come on, just give me money. There you go.
Target destroyed.
Why, yes. Yes, it was. Just get in the damn pod, Nappa. Alright. Set 2-1. Okay, we're going to get here, we're going to get landed, and then I think we're going to call it for the day. But 3 hours flying time, a lot of cash made up, a couple of guns got significantly upgraded, a lot of materials gathered. This was a good day. This is what Clean Slate's about, just kind of showing what, you know, that you don't need to have millions in your pocket. And you don't even need to go in for the super, you know, super huge, god-level, uber-tier upgrades. I mean, even just a level 1 short-range blaster mod.
Mission critical message.
What's this? I have no idea. Progress has been made. Progress, significant progress. I mean, if I transferred these guns, if I flew back to Narvert and transferred these guns over to the Viper, yeah, much more of a sting. All right, this time we are getting close to... There we go. The timer dropped below 6 seconds, and that usually means you're about to go zooming past at Mach, oh my god, with your hair on fire before you perform the loop of shame. Or the victory lap, I suppose it's been called. What we got here for cash? 325 grand in the Alliance and 700 grand back in that last system. When will I stream XCOM again? Well, that's a very good question. I'd like to continue it. In fact, I will be continuing it. I just wanted to get back into Elite for a couple of days and just, you know, let the fans know it has not been forgotten.
Orbital flight engaged.
Depending on how I'm feeling tomorrow after dropping Yuki off, XCOM might be the better option, to be honest, in case I need to drop things and head back and pick her up, or, you know, whenever. On call for all things cat-related. I will admit I'm a little worried about the next episode of XCOM because we're going back to Winnipeg, and Winnipeg has kicked my ass. That's where I had a total team wipe. And this time, they're,
Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 06.
they're a lot more than last time. And I don't know that I got everybody healed up for this. You're down?
Landing
Oh, all those red shirts, it was terrible. Actually, I lost a few more experienced people, too,
Docking procedure completed.
which wasn't good.
Greetings, Commander.
But Orion, do I have you in the, do I have you in XCOM, or if I don't, give me a class and I can put you in.
Hull repaired. Incoming message.
Oh, medic? Alright, I can do that. Your incoming message. What now? Cordial. Alright. Right, we should probably go and do that at some point, too. And I am cordial with them. Excellent. Alright. Orion 358. Write that down real quick. Three, 5, 8. Medic. Always need more medics. Smoke grenades are very helpful. Well, now you get to be both, because I am definitely giving you some firearms. Because, yeah, you're going to need that too. Anyway, that's going to take care of everything here for today. What do we got? We back up to level 3 with Todd? We are. A lot of good progress today. A lot of good conversation. And tomorrow, who knows what tomorrow may bring. XCOM is starting to sound a little bit, starting to sound attractive. Maybe we'll do that. Anyway, if you enjoyed the show, hit that like button. Helps things out quite a bit. And, yeah. Another great stream. You're making me blush, honestly. And you guys, everybody, have a good day, have a good evening, have a good time. Take care. Fly safe. If you can't fly safe, fly dangerous.